So the numbers in Ojibwe, you use the same number no matter what kind of objects you're counting? So it's not like Mi'kmaq where the name of the number depends on what you're counting?
It sort of does.
It does?
Alive or not alive?
Okay.
Inanimate, animate.
Okay. So what would 4 people?
4 people, Niwin, Wiyug.
And
Yeah.
4
It would be
cars?
Actually, it'd be Niwin Nug. Like the AG means plural, animate, alive.
Okay.
And then Niwin Nun means 4 things not alive, like pencils or tables or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you just count, nothing in particular, so intransitive counting, is that alive or non-alive?
If it's intransitive, again, it has a stem with it. It's animate or inanimate. So it depends on what, if it's intransitive, like it's just general like that, then it's just a number. It's just like Beijik, Nij, Niswit, Niwan.
You just counted to 4, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and people that are talking slang Ojibwe, they won't, sometimes when they pluralize it, they won't pluralize the number, which they used to do a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
But nowadays some people kind of cut corners and won't call it alive or not alive. Most of the time it's just because they're unsure.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So if we were on the iPad, how it works is that when you put your finger down, you basically give birth to a number. It's not there before you put your finger down.
Okay.
So it looks like a yellow disc, and it's got the numeral 1 on it.
Yeah.
So how would you take that to be an animate thing or inanimate thing?
If I had to label it, I would say inanimate, but I would just call it Beijik, which is neither gender.
Okay.
And it's just a general way because you're not really sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there, to go from 1 to 10 different words. Are any of the words related to the other? Like 3 times 2 or something to get 6, or are they all?
They're all separate. 7 and 2 start out the same. 2 is Nij, and 7 is Nij Wa Swe. So they have that first stem in their Nij.
Do you know why?
I don't know why. You know.
And then when you get to 11, it's basically 10 and 1 somehow, or?
Yeah, 10 and 1. A Shebejik, a Shinij, and Carol was the one who actually impressed everyone by counting to 20. But she was telling me that all she had to do was learn how to count to 10.
Right.
So she wasn't memorizing 20 numbers. It was just 10.
And 20, is that 2 10s, or is it a different name? Like in English,
for 20, it's Nij Tana. Okay, if it has a 0 behind it, like 20, 30, 40, 50, it's going to have Tana at the end.
Oh, okay. So it's like our T, like TY at the end in English, right? So that gives you the sense that it's like 30, 40, 50.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if I wanted to do 43, I would do 4 Tana 3.
Yeah, you would say like 43 you're trying to say? Mm-hmm. You'd say Niwin Timna, Niman Tina, and then Ashe and Niwin.
What's the Ashe?
It's kind of like adding. It's like also as well as 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's got that consistency all the way through.
So it's a bit like when we say 153, the and part we use in our hundreds, but we don't use them in our tens.
Yeah, that one's in there.
And so what if we wanted to do 143?
You would say Beijik Go Ningo Dwak, and then you would say the number, Nimatana Ashiniwan. So what was it, 44 you were saying?
143.
Oh, 43. So it would be Niwak Nimatana Ashiniswe. So it'd be 150 and 3.
Okay. Oh, so you don't say 150
No,
and
it's
3.
already kind of assumed in that the walk ending.
Okay.
Because the Bejigo walk, 100, Nijo walk. So the walk is already in there.
Okay.
So it's already in the language where there's more coming.
Okay.
And then you just say it.
Uh-huh.
But if it's just that round number, 100, and Ni walk, you just leave it at 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 200, if I know 100 and I know 2, I can do 200.
Yeah, Ni walk, like Nij. And it only starts out with the first syllable, like Nij and Deji. Ni walk, Niswalk, Ni walk, non walk. that walk pretty much gives it away right there. As soon as you hear that, you know, oh, that's a big number.
Okay.
You know?
And but what about 1,000? How do you?
That one's, they're getting bigger. Tuswalk.
Tuswalk.
Tuswalk, yeah.
Tuswalk.
And then
Is there 10,000?
There probably is, but I don't know it.
Okay.
But what people will do is they'll start going back into the teens and saying
Yes.
like 1000 or
Yes.
10,000, you know, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how they get beyond that. But numbers that big, we don't really come by too often.